All right, let's talk networking. Got that big computing exam breathing down your neck? Feeling a little lost when you hear words like LAN, WAN, or packets? Don't sweat it. You are in exactly the right place. We're going to break it all down, super simple, so you can walk into that test and crush it. Let's get started. So yeah, that test, we're going to go over the absolute essentials, the stuff you have to know. Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I promise all those tricky networking questions are going to seem like a piece of cake. Ready? Let's do this. Okay, so first things first. Not all networks are created equal. They come in different sizes, and for your exam, you've got to know the big three: personal, local, and wide. The easiest way to remember it? Just think small, medium, and, well, global. Let's start with the smallest one, the PAN, or Personal Area Network. This is basically your own little tech bubble. When you connect your wireless earbuds to your phone or a Bluetooth mouse to your computer, boom, you just created a PAN. The key factor to remember here is the range. It's tiny, only about 10 meters. Now, let's scale up a bit to the LAN, the Local Area Network. You're probably using one right now. A LAN is what connects all the computers, printers, and servers in one specific place, like your entire school building or a single office. It keeps everything in one location talking to each other. And now for the big one, the WAN, the Wide Area Network. This is the beast that connects different LANs together, even if they're in different cities or on opposite sides of the world. And what's the biggest, most famous WAN of all? You guessed it, the internet. It's the ultimate network of networks. So we've got the different network sizes down, but how does your information actually get from your screen to somewhere else? When you send a message or load a website, your data goes on this wild, high-speed journey. Let's follow a piece of it, shall we? So check this out. Your computer doesn't just send one giant file all at once. It's way smarter. It chops up your data into these little chunks called packets. Each tiny packet gets a header, which is like a mailing address, and a sequence number, so it knows its place in line. Then, routers and switches act like a super fast mail service, zipping each packet along the best route until they all arrive safely and get put back together in the right order. Speaking of addresses, you type URLs in all day, every day. But what actually is one? A URL isn't the website itself. Think of it as the super specific street address for the web server that's holding all the website's files. Your browser needs that exact address to go find it. All right, time for a classic tech showdown. When you get online, you're usually doing it one of two ways, plugging in an old school cable or using Wi-Fi. So which one is better? Let's put them head to head. In this corner, we've got the heavyweight champion of speed and stability, the wired Ethernet connection. Plugging in almost always gives you a faster, more reliable connection. It's also way more secure from outsiders. And in the other corner, the undisputed champion of convenience, Wi-Fi. The big win here is portability, obviously. You can connect from the couch, your desk, anywhere. But the trade-off is that it's usually less secure and the signal can get weak. Okay, so being connected is awesome. But with all our information flying around, there are definitely some dangers out there. For your exam and for, real life, you need to know about the main threats lurking on the network. Here are the 4 big ones you absolutely have to have on your radar. First, eavesdropping. That's basically someone secretly listening in on your connection. Then you've got a keylogger, which is a nasty bit of software that records every single key you press. A virus is malware that's designed to wreck your system. And finally, digital piracy. That's just illegally downloading or sharing stuff like movies and games. Okay, you've sat through the theory, you've absorbed the intel, now it's time for the final boss battle, a quick pop quiz. These questions are just like what you'll see on the real test. Let's see what you've got. First question up. How does your computer get data ready to send over the internet? We just talked about this. How do big files travel? I'll give you a second. Yes, the answer is D. The data is chopped up and split into packets. Awesome start. All right, next question. Let's keep the momentum going. Which one of these tools is specifically made to intercept what you're typing? You got it. It's B, the keylogger. That's the sneaky one that records your keystrokes. You are on fire. Okay, final question. We're going all the way back to the beginning for this one. When you connect a wireless mouse to your laptop using Bluetooth, what kind of network did you just create? And that's a perfect score. It is C, a personal area network, or PAN, your own little personal bubble of tech. You absolutely crushed that quiz.
When you boil everything we just talked about down to its core, it really is this simple. From your tiny pan to the globe-spanning WAN that is the internet, it's all just about one thing: connecting computers. So there you have it. You are officially ready to take on the networking part of your exam. But here's one last thing to think about as you go. We know how networks connect us today. The really interesting question is, what's next? How are they going to connect us in the future? Something to chew on. Now go ace that test.